Ronald Van Donald, Toronto Maple Leafs franchise mode, back again. Alright, so I went in and looked at the stats a little bit. Seems like our penalty kill is absolutely terrible. It's like 77%. So I tweaked the lines a little bit. And let's go ahead and see if it works a little bit. We're struggling just a little bit. Started out really hot and we lost a bunch of games in a row. So let's go down past Vancouver here. I went in and looked at the trading blocks. Nothing new. Just Luongo is on the trading block now. But again, we don't need any goalies. We kick off this video with a win against the Predators and Florida, our enemy right now, and we lost in a shootout. Interesting concept. 10-6 and 1 are the Toronto Maple Leafs in year 1, 9-9-1. Them again. Those damn Canadians. Oh boy. I might want to do a GM mode as them, but I always wanted to do a GM of them and actually act like they're real GM and just make really bad trades and put my best players on like the third line. Stuff like that. Classic. Ooh, we are starting to kick ass right now. Look at that. I think the line changes were a success with one. Well, we lost one game in overtime, but yeah, look at that. We are starting. Ooh, the 7-1 loss to Calgary. Damn it. It's Dougie Hamilton. He's making a sign for himself. He wanted to be a Toronto Maple Leaf. Hey, man, I couldn't make that trade happen. It's too damn hard and a 6-0 ass kicking in Vancouver. God damn. Toronto Maple Leafs. There you go. We're starting to roll 16-7-1. That's what I'm talking about. We're double our wins, so we are just rolling. I'm just going to check if the concession thing or the team store is going to need some fixes. People are going crazy for my Toronto Maple Leafs. Let's go ahead and upgrade that shield. The only thing I have to upgrade is the club seats, which can't be until the off-season. Bathrooms are disgusting, but we're going to leave them that way. That's how Ronald Van Donald runs the ship. Let's simulate here up past that Montreal game. Lots of simulating getting done in this game. Oh yeah, because we're just rolling. So as long as we're rolling, I don't have to stop and do shit. But I will stop at some point, look at stats, see if Nylander's still tearing it up, see if my young Brooks are going to be taking home a Calder trophy, which is looking pretty good for our future. Nylander, all of them were doing quite well. I moved Connor Brown to the fourth line. It's not that he wasn't doing bad, but for some reason Martin had more goals, so I put him to the third line where he wants to be to keep him happy. Since I got to keep him here for a few more games at least anyway. And Scout is back. Get your ass out there. 6 weeks, buddy. I have no idea what I'm going to do with the draft. I don't know what I'm going to get, what I really want. It's more likely like wingers. Kadri isn't... I looked at Kadri's stats since I edited Kadri in my other roster. He's a lot better, but in this one, he's pretty bad. Not very good. So Kadri might not keep his spot on this team for very, very long. We'll have to wait and see how he simulates. Maybe he gets a little bit better this season, but like his defensive stats aren't good, his offense awareness isn't any good, so I'll have to wait and see. And we continue to roll. You know, besides that 5-0 loss to the Penguins, they're just rolling on here. It looks like we are well on our way to a playoff spot, 23-8-2 already. Ooh, and Florida takes the series lead so far. Back-to-back Florida. Damn it, we lose in Tampa. Back-to-back losses there. Okay, fan happiness continues to be successful. Our locker room chemistry is only at 76. Some shocking shit. Yes, okay, and now we're probably going to enter a win-loss situation now. Kind of even out. Except for the lost to how are the Marlies doing? 20-11-1. Not too bad. There you go. Back-to-back shutout losses. Yuck. Interesting concept. Okay, now is probably a good time to stop and have a peek at the team. We're still doing well, 24-13-2. We're well on our way to a good schedule here. You want to be about 30 wins. If we're a confident team, we're going to be at 30 wins by the 30th here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games to do it, so we got to go 6-2 to accomplish that task. Quite a big task. Got some good teams down there. All right, let's go stop and take a look at the stats real quick. See if my thing. So we're in third place right now, but we're tied with Florida and Boston, and we're only 1 point behind Buffalo. But Detroit, Jesus, 31-8-2. They're demolishing. What the hell is going on in Detroit right now? I'm gonna have to go take a peek. All right, Austin Matthews already up to the 87. Let's just get. He's leading the team with only 28 points. Okay, so the offense definitely cooled down here in Toronto. So maybe a little line flopperoonie, maybe get Nylander up there, maybe take Yager down. Alright, it's just so 7 scoring goals. Got 22 points on that third line, so I kind of want to keep it very bad. Nylander's okay, he's cooled off a little bit. Matthews in, but the 3 rookies are leading my team. The 3 future boys of this team. They're pretty close. 28, 28, 26, 26, 22 points. 22 points for Kadri isn't bad. Minus. Bozak's doing pretty good, 22 points. JVR, I'm expecting a lot more out of JVR. Maybe I'll flop him up to the first line, maybe give him a little kick in the ass, a little confidence boost. Okay, Morgan Riley only 12 points down there. He's already in 87 now, so we'll just wait with no question. Morgan United States. I will not be trading Morgan Riley throughout this GM mode, I promise. And the goals. Anderson, alright, that's more like Anderson, 2.38, 21 wins, 10 losses. That's more like it, and Emery is doing absolutely terrible. Oh boy, we can definitely use a better backup goalie maybe. We've already played 10 games. How was it played 10 games? I guess Anderson's getting better. Okay, so let's look at the lines a little bit. Let's just mix around that top 6 a little bit, give some other guys some top line time since they're all listed as second liners anyway. So let's spread the wealth. Edit lines. It is a close conference. Holy crap! 4 teams pretty much tied 50 at 50 points. So it's going to be a tough battle. We might have to make some more moves. Let's set JVR up here to the first line and slap Nylander there to the first line. So let's kind of mix that up a little bit. I'm liking this third line. How's Martin doing? Got 6 goals. We've doubled it up. And my man Brown, how you doing? Okay, let's move him up a little bit. Let's give him a little more time. And I'm feeling that. And I forgot to mention, I moved Zaitsev down to the third pairing because he was the biggest minus on the team. Got to look at Zaitsev, but yeah, he wasn't really proving himself. He's still listed as top 6, but I moved up Marchenko just so I can get a little more defense out of it. Alright, let's go ahead with the line changes like that and see how we do up till the All-Star break. I don't care if I'm not making trades. Made a bunch of trades already, goddammit. Alright, why are you concerned if I'm not making trades? You junk. Piece of junk. Alright, we got the New York Rangers followed by the Ottawa Senators. Can we make a dent into this standing? Oh yeah, I forgot to look at Detroit. Okay, and I'll look at Detroit at the end. 2 big wins. 4-3 shootout win and a 6-0 ass kicking against the Senators. Those are the wins I like to see. 6-0. Boom. There you go. 3 wins in a row after line changes. So there's some good confidence boosts I think. Some guys are feeling that ice time. JVR, I know, he's usually good for like 25 goals, so I expect them to start scoring some goals here, and it seems like the offense started kicking in a bit. There's another 2 wins. Damn, we got the Rangers and the Senators, remember, right now. We got Calgary coming up there, I saw that. I want revenge. 5 weeks. I want revenge. Calgary kicked their ass, let's go. Dang it, god damn it, fucking Calgary. We're gonna meet Calgary one day in the playoffs, I know it. We're gonna see them in the final. There you look at that. The Toronto Maple Leafs hit the target, the 30 wins, they hit it. They exceeded it. They hit 31 wins, 31-14-2. We are doing just dandy. Very good. Oh yeah, the Toronto Maple Leafs are just a rocking and a rolling. I'm a little surprised. We didn't even. Can you imagine if I got Falk on the team too? Damn, we'd be like freaking 40 wins right now. We'd be like the Detroit Red Wings. We're just killing it right now. Okay, I think I might have to. I'm gonna go ahead and fix this bathrooms. So you guys are shitting and shit. Everything else is okay for right now. Okay, let's just stop. Quickly take a peek at this Detroit Red Wings squad. What the hell is going on over there? They got 75 points. We are still being followed closely by Florida, Boston, and Buffalo, even Montreal. They're 10 points behind us, but they're not exactly out of it yet. And then Detroit is just dominating right now. But the Toronto Maple Leafs are starting to catch them. Alright, let's take a look at player stats. What's going on there in Detroit? Very interesting. Okay, well, since we're doing this, look at our team. Okay, Austin Matthews, 38 points in 47 games. Not bad. Starting to pick up a little bit. Marner, 35. Yeah. So that's what Marner's going to be. He's going to be my playmaker. 7 goals, 28 assists. Yager's got 17 goals, 17 assists, 34 points. That's my man. He's still got it. Nylander's still kicking it there, 34 points. Bozak's starting to make a job for Kadri there. Kadri's got the goals. JVR's only got 9 goals. They start, he's pretty slow right now. Seaman's doing a pretty good job. Man, I figured he would do pretty good there. 14 goals, man. Martin Riley's starting to come around. He's almost at 14 points, and Gardner's right behind him. And Zaitsev. Okay, Zaitsev's starting. Okay, he's a -5. He's starting to work on it a little bit. He's gotten better. Okay. James Wisniewski's not doing exactly what I wanted him to do, but at least he's a positive so far. But with an 88 offensive awareness, and he's only got 11 assists. Expecting a little bit more out of him, but we only got him signed for 1 year. Jenko didn't get any better yet. Okay. And then, what's up? Carter Anderson continues to just keep that 2.37, staying in that 2.3 range. Can't complain. He's doing very good. Not amazing, but he's doing good. And that's all I think I need for this team right now. We're doing a lot better than I thought. Okay, Detroit, what the fuck is going on? How are they dominating right now? What is going on? Nyquist has 61 points. 27 goals, 34 assists. Jesus Christmas. 88 overall. Henrik Zetterberg, 57 points. Oh my goodness. Franz Nielsen. Oh my goodness. Larkin's there. Advocator. Oh my god. 47 points. How is Advocator like a point game player right now? What the hell is going on in Detroit? This guy's. Wow. Okay, this is odd. Freaking Helm's got 30 points already. Mike Green's 30 points. Clendening. Wait, is that Johan? Yeah, it is Johan. What are you still doing there? You're 37 years old. Jesus. Wow. Yeah, I don't know. Well, oh my goodness. McIlrath already has 105 calendar minutes. Yeah, man. Shit. That team is just firing on an offense right now. Just 60. Oh, well. What's going on? So, you only got 8. I think this is just a fluke year for Detroit. This should not be happening. Okay, what the hell's going on with goalies? They got Mrazek in there. No, it's been Jimmy Howard. Mrazek's only an 80. They're both 80, 85 and 84. Interesting. Well, Detroit is making the name for themselves. They are still going to make the playoffs, that's for sure. They missed it for the first time for what was it, 18 seasons straight or something? Just amazing. Oh, I hope the Leafs can enter a freaking dynasty such as that. Just, they don't have to win 20 cups. They can win 1 or 2, but if they just continue to make playoffs and continue to give me entertaining hockey that they have been providing me with over the last season anyway, then I'll be good. Alright, so we're just rocking and rolling. Let's just keep freaking going. Did that rhyme? I'm not sure. Okay, Dallas Stars up next. Austin Matthews game morale, and we kick it out with yet another win. The Toronto Marlies are starting to struggle. 23-17-3. We shouldn't be doing that good. Oh, I didn't even see. We played Detroit there. I'm pretty sure we beat them too. That's a pretty great win. And we lost in a shootout to St. Louis. And Boston beat us, and then we win. Okay, I don't want us to lose like 5. Oh no, we lost again. Well, it's okay. We're well ahead of schedule. We should be a playoff team, but it's concerning that there's so many teams right on our ass. Like, look at Buffalo. They're still right there, 32-19-4, and we lost to them in regulation. This could be a struggle. I'll have to take a look before we get to the trade deadline. And see if there's any new people out there on the trading block. Sometimes teams will throw people up there mid-season, different guys, so it's good to check. Sometimes you can find like a Nicholas Cronwell. That might be something that could really help our team right now. Okay, so we're kind of win-losing right now. We have that overtime win. We got 36-19-3, so we didn't get a whole lot of extra wins. Let's simulate the rest of this week, get it done. And the Big Jets, how are they doing right now? 30. Yeah, they're just a 500 team, not doing too well yet. They have really good players on the team. Blake Wheeler, freaking Line A, of course, in this game is just nuts. There you go, there's 3 wins in a row, and can we beat the Canadians? No, we lose them in overtime, but we still give them a point. Okay, so 38-19-4. Let's do the concession fixings. We'll look at some stats. And actually, before we do stats, we'll look at the trading block and see if there's anything good out there that I might want to go for. Upgrade these. And the rest of here go. Okay, Ronald Van Donald, let's take a look. Let's get to work. Let's look at that trading block. See if this team, should I gear up for a real deep playoff run or not? That is the question. Trade and improve. Because I do have some assets I can trade away. Trading block. Browse, trade blocks. Okay. Anything new out there? Maybe Brett Burns. Oh man, I remember when Brett Burns went on the trade block that one time. We're still have with that, so we don't want centers. The only thing I'm not interested in is centers. Like, what is a center? Nothing. Built. Nothing. Looks like Boschman got traded away. Patrick Sharp's out there. Oh, 1 year. Yeah. good. I don't know if I really want the forward, though. Don't really need anyone in that top six, and top six doing pretty good. Could steal away Hendrik Zetterberg from the Detroit Red Wings right now. They'd be crazy to trade him away, how good they're doing. But there's really no point going after him. He's a center, but it doesn't mean I have to play him as a center. He does have 5 years left. He's 36 years old. The year he's having, he's probably not going to retire. So, Longo's still out there. Ben Bishop's still out there. Come on, there's got to be someone interesting. Any big fish? Come on, there's got to be someone. Usually some team's stupid and tries to give away someone that has like 1 year left. Pittsburgh still continues to try and give away Matt Murray. And it looks like there's going to be nothing. The only one that is a little tempting is Daniel. He's got 2 years left, $7 million. How good is he right now? Let me take a look. 91 offensive awareness. Goddamn. Okay, he could help us. The left-wing sniper put him on that first line. 20 goals, 32 assists. He's doing quite well. How about the Hamburg? He's doing okay. The only problem is they're probably... It's not that I can't afford him next year. It's questionable. Okay, I'll think about it. I wouldn't mind splitting up those Sedins, and that's the only real useful thing out there. The only other... Okay, let's take a look at it. Oh, shit. Sharp, what are you about? 87 offense. Well, he's okay. He brings a pretty okay defensive category. He's only got 1 year, which is nice. How's he doing? 26 goals, 36. He's doing quite fine himself. Not too bad. He could help the Toronto Maple Leafs with a deep playoff run. So, question is, okay, he's got a good chunk of trade value on him. I imagine Daniel's around the same spot. Yeah, they pretty much got... Daniel might be a little bit lower. Daniel's lower because he's got more money and he's got more years. Do something like that. So we're clearly making it to the playoffs. Do I want to make a statement? Could I go out and win my cup in my first year? Crazy. Could potentially happen. Who knows? Okay, well, I'm going to have to stop and take a quick just look because I don't have any big contracts to sign for this team for a while. Because all my best players are on their rookie contracts still for like 2 more years. Anderson's locked up, Kadri's locked up, everyone's locked up. And I'm gaining a lot of salary cap at the end of the year, like probably an extra $12 million of guys that I'm not going to use, and they're gone. So it's looking good for the Toronto Maple Leafs. We could definitely add a playoff asset for this run. Question is, will I do it? I will go and explore, and in the next episode, I'll figure out if I'm going to pull the trigger or not. You have to wait and see.